Hi, my name's Carol. Welcome to Hummingbird Spot. This video is the first video to show you what it is like to go on the trek to find the blue-bearded Helmetcrest hummingbird in northern Colombia. If you haven't seen my previous trip episodes, you can click there. The blue-bearded Helmetcrest was thought to be extinct. It hadn't been seen since 1946, but then in 2015, Carlos Julio Rojas and Christian Vasquez were up surveying the páramo for fire damage due to bad farming practices. They happened to see the bird and snapped a picture. Very few people have been up there and have seen this bird since, and these videos are going to give you an idea why. William Oriana of Beaks and Peaks Birding and Adventure Tours in Honduras and I flew to Santa Marta, Colombia, and there we met Katinka Domen, his business partner. The three of us were going to go up. We were met in the morning by Roger Rodriguez, who would be our local bird guide, and Roger had been up there a couple of times, so he would be leading us. We piled into the truck and took a very rough road up to the little town of San Pedro and on to Casa de la Montaña, which is the house where we would stay the night before the big hike. After we got there, we took another hike in the area to try to find some other hummingbirds. We were looking particularly for the Santa Marta Blossomcrown.
Check out the beautiful sunset from up here. You can see behind my back. If I sound a little out of breath, it's because we just came back from a practice run hike to see the Santa Marta Blossomcrown, which is an endemic hummingbird to this area. And we found him, and I got a couple pictures. I'm so excited.
Well, morning came, and I have to admit, I was a bit nervous.
Aquí con Roger ya hemos trabajado 3 años y conociendo tu trabajo. Pensando en Carole.
William Alzate of Explorer Sierra was in charge of getting us permission to enter the land. And he told us that we had permission, and not only did we have permission, but the Kogi people granted us the permission to camp on the shores of the second Sevilla Lake. That apparently does not usually happen, and it is quite an honor. So William wished us well in our journey and hoped that we saw the Helmetcrest.
This is the start of the trail to go up to see the blue-bearded Helmetcrest. Raphael is here with his gorgeous animals that are going to help carry our stuff up the mountain. And I can't believe that all this is for me and you, so we can see the blue-bearded Helmetcrest.
There are quite a few coffee plantations in the area, and the only way to transport the beans down to the town to send on the way to market is on the backs of the mules that use the same trails that we were hiking on. Along the trail, we were looking for other birds and other hummingbirds, and they spotted these 2 little fledgling lesser violet ear hummingbirds sitting on a branch right next to each other waiting for mama to come feed them. They were so adorable. William got great video of them, and I've got a couple good pictures too. A little further up the trail, we stopped for a fruit break.
We're having a little break for some fruit, and Luis brought me my favorite fruit in the world. This is called a granadilla, and you can rarely find them in the United States, but I have to figure out how to plant one of these trees so I can have my own supply. They look really gross, but they're so sweet and so delicious. Thank you, Louise.
Eventually, we could see a Kogi village in the distance. It was quite a ways off, but with William's spotting scope, we got a good look at it.
You're looking through a spotting scope, which is normally used for spotting birds up in the trees, but we're using this to show you a village of the Kogi people. These are indigenous people to this land that still live today much the same way they did before the Spanish conquered this area. They're very, very connected to the land. They're very, very into preserving the land. They feel that the earth is our mother, and what a lot of the stuff that we are doing to harm the environment is harming our own mother and is eventually going to be the end of our existence. These people speak still their own language. They don't speak Spanish, and there are several sects of them throughout these mountains. But that's a beautiful little village down there.
The Santa Marta Mountains are not part of the Andes. It's its own coastal range in northern Colombia. The interesting thing about it is it's only about 25 miles from the beach to the highest mountain point at 18,700 feet. That's pretty unusual. The area has 2 national parks that encompasses about 1.8 million acres. And this area is protecting the largest number of endangered species on the planet. Not only birds, but amphibians and other animals. We all posed by the sign that marked the boundary of the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta National Park.
We are still on our way to the first camp in our quest to the Blue-bearded Helmetcrest. We are doing pretty well, to be honest. Like, it's already like not even noon, and we have done like a good part of the today's trail.
It got to the point where I told Roger, if you see a hummingbird, don't tell me. I just want to concentrate on getting one foot in front of the other. The only hummingbird I'm interested in now is the blue-bearded Helmetcrest.
We've stopped for lunch. I'm not sure what this is. Chicken wrapped in banana leaves with beans, potatoes, plantains. Delicious. Hopefully this will give me the energy to go like 17 more feet. Is that the trail? My foot's starting to hurt. I think I'm straining all my tendons.
We were hiking along and it seemed like we started going down, and we were going down more. And it felt so good not to be going up. So we kept going down, and where you reached the water, there was a stream where all our water bottles got refilled. But the problem with this nice little down hike is we had to go all the way up the other side again. More hiking up, 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 all always up. Well, the fog started rolling in as we were rolling into the first campsite. We just hiked 10 miles and gained 3,700 feet in elevation over that 10 miles. I can't believe I was worried about camping. After that hike, I could have slept well if I were hanging upside down like a bat.
Woohoo! You did it the first day!
Our campsite for that first night was on the grounds of the home of an Arhuaco family. They are indigenous to the area and allowed us to camp on their land. Well, I had to get a good night's sleep because from what I hear, I just completed the easy day. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell because next Sunday we're going to take you to the top of the mountain to the Sevilla Lakes where the blue-bearded Helmetcrest lives.